Stick with me through this video as I show you 5 things I bought at the thrift store today to sell on my eBay store. I'm going to photograph them for my shop, and then I'll let you know what I paid for them and how much I expect to sell them for. Here we go. I'm going to clean this a little bit before I take some pictures of it. This is a Weight Watchers points calculator for tracking your calories, or however Weight Watchers works. These things don't sell for a whole lot of money, but I have sold quite a few of them in the past, especially if they're brand new in the box. You may be able to get maybe $15 to $25 for one. They have many different styles. This one is a sort of a clamshell style, and I put a new battery in it to make sure it works, and it does. So this one, I just got it for about $1 plus tax. I'm going to list it for $11 plus shipping, and we'll see what somebody is willing to pay for it. It does have a little bit of schmutz on the side here, so I'm going to clean that off the best I can, and then we'll get some photos. Okay. You know, eBay allows you up to 24 photos. Something like this doesn't need quite that many. Probably will do 7 or 8 photos just to get the clearest view of it for the buyer. I'll try to get some. I'll get some close-ups of the screen with this power turned on so they can see that it does work. Can you see this? I don't know if Weight Watchers, you know, I think they've changed their whole program quite a few times, so I don't know if this is an older program or a newer program, but people still seem to buy these even if it's outdated technology. Okay, I'm going to turn it on and try to get. Well, now it doesn't turn on. I just put a new battery in it and it was working a second ago. Okay, we'll take the battery out, try it again. When I put the battery in, I didn't have this cover on and it was working just fine, and I was having a little trouble getting the cover to, oh, there it goes. So that thing works fine. I think when I put the cover back on, I might have dislodged the battery. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we'll take one close-up picture of the screen and try to make sure that the buyer understands that this thing does work. Maybe I'll put some numbers in. Okay, I don't really know how this program works. I hope that somebody buys it and knows what they're doing. Okay, we'll turn that off. Okay, so I usually write my drafts. I write drafts of my listings on my laptop, and then I bring the items that I want to sell down to my photo station here, and I take pictures. I usually just use the standard phone. This is an Android phone. I use the standard Android photo app, and then I add them to the eBay app. The eBay app has its own photo portion, like its own photo app. But I've had bad luck with it being blurry, or it's like the shutter speed isn't fast enough. So if I move the camera even a little bit, the pictures come out too blurry. So it might save me a few seconds if I use that, but I don't prefer to do that. I use the regular phone app and then upload those pictures to the eBay app. And I don't know that it takes more than a few seconds. Okay, then I use the custom SKU field on each item, which is something that you have to turn on if you haven't used it before in your eBay account. You turn the custom SKU field on, and then you can put any information in here that would be useful to you that you don't want the buyers to be able to see. So I usually put in the location where I'm going to store this. I have a whole storage system, and I have a lot of different numbers and letters that tell me where things are at. In this case, I'm going to put it in this cube because it's nice and small. I have these little drawers here, and they fit, small inventory items like this. So I will call it Cube 3B. I'm going to turn the lights on in this room because I think I'll be coming in and out of here quite a bit tonight. Okay, so that one's ready to list. I usually schedule my listings, so I'll schedule that out. I'll do 7 listings a day, right? Currently I'm doing 7 listings a day, and I will schedule that for the future sometime. Probably, let's see, today is February 20th, so that's going to be about 2 weeks from now. That's going to go up live. Maybe that's not the best way to do it, but that's how I do it. I was gonna photograph this Arnold Palmer bucket hat. It's from a company called Ahead Casuals, and I didn't know this was the Arnold Palmer, the golfer. I didn't know this was his branding. This is his logo, this umbrella with a kind of a rainbow kind of thing on it. But I noticed this hat has some schmutz on it, so I'm going to try to wash this, and then I'll get it listed. In any event, I bought it for only $1, and I think it's worth about $13 to $15. Next up, I bought these plates from the movie Small Soldiers from 1998. I didn't do any research on these in the store. They were $1 a piece, and I just felt like something pop culture related like this might do well. I could have been wrong on that. There's not very many sales on these, and the ones that did sell were brand new in the box. But I'm going to try to sell them just for a low price, and hopefully somebody will bite. So I think I paid $1 a piece, so that's $4. I'm going to try to sell them for $12 to $14. It's not really a great return on investment, but I bought them now. I gotta sell them. I'm going to clean my lens on my camera here. Just use my shirt. Yeah, that looks better. Can you see? Okay. These have a little bubble. Well, now it's telling me to clean my lens, so better do it. Better do it again. There's sort of a bubbly surface on here, and I don't know if that was how they came. It just has a little texture on the plates, the dining surface. I don't know if that's how they came, or maybe somebody put these in the microwave once or twice, and they say clearly right on here, do not microwave. So it's possible that they were damaged. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Worst case scenario, I'll list these for a while and then end up throwing them in the garbage if nobody wants to buy them. I'm going to try to take, I'm trying, there's also some utensil scratches on here, so I'm trying to get that to show so the buyer knows exactly what they're getting into if they purchase these. I do buy and sell a lot of plates and ceramic. This may be the first plastic dinnerware that I've sold, but very often they have even pretty new plates will have a few scratches from a knife or a fork, and I always disclose that, but plates are usually so glossy that it's difficult to photograph those tiny scratches. Sometimes you barely can even see them with your eye, so the camera can't pick them up at all. But it's doing a good job picking up this bubbly surface. Okay, these are made by a company called Jack Designs, J-A-K, and I'm going to try my best to get a close-up of that logo on the bottom of the plate. And then, just for the fun of it, while we're here, I'm going to just measure one of these. I wrote in the listing how big they are, but might as well put it on here so that everybody knows exactly what they're getting. Okay, 4 plates. So I'm going to put these into the app right now and get them ready to list. I hear somebody sneaking up behind me. I don't think she probably wants to be on camera. I think she wants me to put the dog on camera. Okay. I won't be long, 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna find a place to put these plates. I typically use this closet for ceramic, porcelain, dinnerware, mugs and cups and plates. And eventually I want to get this whole side cleared out with these boxes so I can put more ceramic type stuff over here. But for now I'm going to put these plastic plates. And this is closet left, shelf 3, shelf 3, and it's in the middle, so I'm going to call it B. This is my inventory system. Once this item sells, I'll be able to look at that custom SKU and then quickly be able to find anything that sells. And so far it hasn't failed me. There's been a couple of times when I forgot to put something in the custom SKU field, or I put the wrong thing in there and I've had to scramble to try to find those items. But so far so good. I have not lost anything yet. I think canceling an order on eBay is one of the worst things you can do for your account. Okay, this is a set of 5 pins from the Beijing Olympics in 2008. I'm not really a Olympics person, so I don't know what these characters are, but I saw some similar ones that sold and they called them the Olympic mascots. So this would have been in, Beijing, that's China, so they're sort of Chinese themed. And they're pretty cute. They're brand new in the box. It's never been worn, I'd imagine. The box does have a little tiny bit of wear on it, but it's not too bad. It looks like it was probably bent somewhere along the way. I think I paid only $2 for it. Yeah, these were $2. I think they sell for anywhere between 14 and 24, so I'm going to go somewhere in the middle, maybe 17. And I'm going to get several pictures of these guys close up. And then I'm going to get the back side so they can see the pin clutches that hold them onto your clothes or your hat or your tie or whatever. Put this back together. Now the back of the box, all this writing is in some form of Chinese. I'm not sure which kind it is, but I don't read it. It does say, this product contains a sharp point and may cause physical injury. I guess they don't want to get sued in China any more than they do in America. So it has this plastic thing. I took it off to take photos because it's sort of frosted and you can't really see. I'm just going to put it right back in the original bag that it came from and close it back up and take one final picture. There we go. Okay. Beijing Olympic pin set. So again, put the photos right into the eBay app. I've already written the draft. I prefer to type on my laptop than to do that on the phone. So I do all of those. I write up all those listings on the computer, on the browser, the eBay browser, the eBay website on the browser. Some of these photos have been rotated, so I'm going to put them in the right orientation. Okay, where do you think we're going to store this? I think I'm going to fit this in the cube, even though that cube is getting pretty full. It's getting harder and harder for me to find room in these drawers. Cube 2A. Okay, next thing on the list is going to be this Game of Life. It's called Game of Life Twist and Turns, and it comes with an electronic, rather than having dice or something, it has this electronic thing. I did not test it, but the thrift store that I got it from is run by a lot of volunteers, and they often spend time testing things that they probably shouldn't, because they just sold this to me for $2 and somebody put batteries in this machine and tested it all out and made sure all the pieces were there just to earn $2. Doesn't seem like it's probably worth it. But for me, it's a good deal. I bought it for $2. And the comps on eBay are a little bit all over the place because so many people are selling replacement parts, and I have the whole game. But I saw some that sold for as much as $75. I think I'm gonna put mine. I might start it at 50, and then drop it down if it doesn't get any bites for that amount. But I'm sure I'll get at least 40 for it. So this was my best score today from the thrift store. This is a little independent thrift store. It's not a Goodwill or a Salvation Army or a big chain like that. It's run by it's associated with a retirement village, and everyone that works there is a volunteer. And it's close enough to where I work that I usually go there. I'll go there every other Thursday. I don't know why I picked Thursdays. I just decided this is a day when I'm going to go on my lunch break, and I'll go over there. The people that work there are very friendly. The second time I went there, they remembered my name and were welcoming me in, calling me by name. So sometimes I shy away from that kind of attention. But this woman, her name's Rose, is very, very friendly, and she's always giving me suggestions on clothes to wear and other things that they have in the shop that she thinks would be good for me. She doesn't really know I'm going there to purchase inventory. Even today when I bought those small soldiers plates, she asked me if I was going to eat off of them or if I was going to hang them on the wall, and I just said I'm not going to do either one of those things. Okay, good. This is a pretty good condition set. I have a suspicion it's never been played with. I buy a lot of board games, and I usually regret it when I get home because so many pieces will be missing. And I haven't personally had great luck selling replacement parts, although I know a lot of people do that. For me, these small items take up a lot of space, and you can only sell them for, a small amount of money. What are you going to sell some little plastic cars for? $2, $5? But sometimes you are desperate to just get your money back from something that you spent $2 on. Just yesterday I packed up some pieces, maybe the day before yesterday, I can't remember. I packed up some pieces for a board game, and I sold them for, after shipping and eBay fees and everything, I think I made $6 or $7 on those. And I probably paid $2 for the entire game, so I don't know, maybe it is worth it to sell replacement pieces. They don't take a huge amount of space in most cases. They're pretty small. And that's one of the biggest concerns for me in the eBay business. It's like, where am I going to keep this stuff, and how long am I going to keep it there? I do have a whole basement I could use, but I'm trying to limit myself to this small apartment that's in our basement. Right now I'm in the bedroom. There's a bed here. That was here when we moved in, and I decided to just leave it, even though it is taking up a lot of space. We've only ever had one person stay here one time in this bedroom, and I slept in it. I slept in it a few nights when we had COVID and we wanted to keep separated. This board has some little staining on the bottom I didn't notice before, so I'm quickly going to take some pictures of that and then revise the listing to say it has some small amount of damage. It would not affect the gameplay in any way. Okay. I don't have a good system for storing these board games. Okay, it is called Game of Life Twists and Turns. I think it's 2007. I can't imagine why people are paying upwards of $50 for this board game, but that's not my point. I mean, it's none of my business. If they want to give me $50, I'll take it. Okay, I'll revise the description from the laptop. For now, I'm looking for this, item specifics. If you're looking for the custom SKU field on the eBay app, it's at the very bottom of the item specifics section. And I'm going to just call it BR1. That stands for bedroom 1, which is this room, and it's this shelf. And I had so many board games over here that I've expanded out over here, and this whole section is now BR1, all this pile. Okay, that's everything I got from the thrift store today. I would have photographed the hat, but it's had that little bit of dirt on it. I do have a few more things I'm gonna take pictures of tonight, but right now I'm gonna call this video over. So thank you for watching. Maybe a little bit later tonight I'm gonna do a packing video, so look out for that. It's only gonna be 3 or 4 boxes, but I enjoy doing those. So hopefully we'll see you there. Goodbye for now.